The main thing I want to get out of this podcast is that no one diet is good
No.
for anyone. Um, and you will hear, unfortunately, some people say that this is what you have to follow.
Right.
Um, I know I've had many of people tell me that, I need to eat this way. They tell me how to eat. I need to eat keto, or I need to eat more carnivore. And I do eat mostly carnivore, but it depends on my workout schedule too. I mean, like I said, it's hard to eat meat when you're riding a bike.
Right. Well, if you're comparing, like for example, we have two boys, and one of the things that I noticed early on about one is that he just ate till he was full, and his choices were different. Like he ate differently than his brother, and so not that that's bad or good. It's just that one needed to be more careful than the other because the other had a tendency to maybe consume more calories without realizing it. So there's things that we have to balance there. And so our second son just started increasing his proteins and actually paying attention to what he was consuming, and that's paid off over time. Our oldest still just eats until he's full, and he's doing fine. But you know body types, whether we want to say higher metabolism or not, I think some of it comes down to how we've learned to eat too. Like, do we eat till we're full, or do we just keep pushing the limit? And so for some people, if we're not really sure where that lies, I think it's very helpful to also have the new, they call it the new thing of fasting, but I don't really think it's always new. I think that fasting has happened in our diets throughout time. It's just that in the American society that we live in, we have food just all the time. It's very available.
Well, that's one of the problems with most Americans, is that we have an unlimited food source stored in our fridge and our pantries. So we have access to it all the time. And that's why it makes it so easy to overeat. I believe that, ancestrally speaking, if you think about it as hunters and gatherers, a few centuries ago, especially without refrigeration, we didn't have a good way to store food long periods. Yeah, we had salt, and we
We
had
dried
cellars, and
food.
we could dry food and things like that. I get that, but in general, you would look, and we would go out and we would hunt food, a couple days a week, and then we would feast for a day, and then you would go out and hunt again and probably fast for, besides a little bit of calories from what you could pick um, around your immediate area, from fruits and vegetables, you would mostly fast. And that's the problem, is that most Americans, by the time they get up to the time they go to sleep, are usually eating something. And fasting, I think, is a very, very important
It's a
method to make us metabolically healthy.